In the modern agricultural world, an unrelenting threat silently devastates billions of dollars in global produce each year. Have you ever imagined a scenario where the strenuous labor of millions of farmers is wiped out overnight by a wild force that humans once deemed uncontrollable? Picture this: a lush, vibrant cornfield transformed overnight into a desolate battleground with uprooted stalks and barren soil. These very invaders also turned serene rivers flowing through forests murky and heavily polluted, pushing many indigenous species to the brink of extinction due to habitat destruction. They are millions of invaders with terrifying reproductive speed, intelligent, incredibly destructive, and almost impossible to control. But what if these very creatures, wreaking havoc, could be transformed into a multi-billion-dollar industry each year? Today, we will explore the global battle against one of history's most challenging invasive species, the wild boar. From devastating destruction to a gourmet dinner plate, this is a truly unexpected story about this animal. In the United States, an estimated 9 million wild boars pose a constant threat to agriculture. This is a colossal biological army that, if needing its own territory to live, would require an area larger than the entire state of Texas. The overwhelming presence of wild boars did not accidentally become a nightmare for farmers. In reality, this species is not indigenous to the Americas. The first wild boars were brought to the continent in the 16th century by European explorers. By the 19th century, another wave of imports occurred from Europe, primarily for sport hunting. However, due to human carelessness and the cunning survival instincts of this exotic species, some individuals escaped. They quickly interbred with domestic pigs, and over time, evolved into a stronger, more aggressive hybrid population. With the ability to decimate 3 hectares of corn in less than an hour, they are causing economic damage amounting to billions of dollars to agriculture. What few might realize is that wild boars are not only large and powerful, but also incredibly agile. A mature wild boar can reach speeds of up to 40 km/h, equivalent to 25 mph, significantly faster than the average person's morning jog. This is where things become truly serious. Wild boars directly compete with native species like deer and wild turkeys, depriving them of food resources and destroying the nests of endangered animals such as gopher tortoises. The danger doesn't stop there. These animals also carry highly contagious diseases, from foot and mouth disease to African swine fever, threatening livestock and farmers' livelihoods. Furthermore, if cornered, they can even attack livestock or humans. Ironically, the traps themselves, often poorly placed or triggered at the wrong time, are almost always outsmarted by wild boars. The consequences are alarming. Wild boars not only survive, but thrive. The core reason lies in a harsh reality. They are among the most explosively reproductive invasive species on Earth. Unless more than 70% of their population is eliminated annually, their birth rate not only remains stable, but surges. Litters that once had only 4 to 6 piglets can now number 8, even 12. Currently, the estimated global population of wild boars has exceeded 30 million individuals, spreading uncontrollably across continents, reshaping entire ecosystems as they go. Before delving into the science of wild boar control, we must address the first and most crucial issue: designing the perfect trap. To outsmart an intelligent animal like the wild boar, one needs a deep understanding of their habits, behavior, and weaknesses. A small mistake doesn't just result in a few escapes. The consequences can reverberate through the entire surrounding ecosystem. A common and detrimental error in wild boar control strategies is designing traps that are too small. Experience has shown that effective traps need to be large enough to capture an entire sounder, ideally with a diameter of 9 to 12 meters and a height of about 1.5 meters, capable of holding 15 to 30 individuals. The optimal solution is to apply designs validated by wildlife experts. Large, circular traps, solidly reinforced and placed along the main travel corridors of wild boars, are the preferred method. Baiting tactics are typically deployed silently over several consecutive nights, and the capture mechanism is only activated when the entire sounder has fully gathered inside the trap. Studies from agricultural agencies and university extension programs have demonstrated that patience and meticulous planning are key factors, significantly increasing success rates when dealing with this challenging invasive species. Modern technology has also contributed to perfecting trapping systems. Remote-controlled gates, surveillance cameras, and smart sensors allow managers to monitor developments from afar and only close the trap when it's certain the entire sounder is inside. At that moment, the steel gate will drop synchronously, minimizing the chance of any individual escaping. However, technology only performs optimally when combined with a sufficiently durable structural frame. What's remarkable is that wild boars are not easy targets. They can detect design weaknesses if the trap frame isn't sturdy enough. A mature boar can stand nearly 3 feet tall and weigh up to 440 pounds. If the material is weak, it can use its strength and aggression to bend or destroy the fence. Yet, many farmers, in an attempt to save costs, resort to thin mesh, barbed wire, or low-quality wooden posts, leading to failure and wasted effort. The consequences of poorly constructed traps are not just a missed catch. Every escape teaches the sounder a lesson. They turn subsequent approaches into experience, becoming more cunning, more cautious, and harder to deceive. Therefore, besides the hardware, the art of baiting plays a pivotal role, arguably no less important than the trap itself. Experienced hunters often use intriguing and attractive bait formulas: dry corn mixed with expired milk, or soft drinks, with a little beer or yeast added, or even fruit jelly, all fermented in sealed containers to create a strong, diffusive aroma. This mixture, turning pungent after a few days, possesses a powerful draw, causing wild boars to root and overturn the ground in search of it. The method of scattering bait is also an art. Skilled individuals do not concentrate all the bait in one spot, but scatter it in layers, guiding the sounder step by step into the center of the trap. Only when they are accustomed to the scent and confidently rooting around is the capture mechanism activated. Another trick is to bury the bait about a foot deep. This method prolongs the scent and stimulates the wild boar's natural digging instinct, keeping them in the area longer without suspicion. In summary, wild boar control is a combination of engineering, technology, and the art of luring. A good trap must have the appropriate size, durable materials, accurate monitoring systems, and a carefully calculated baiting strategy. Any cutbacks or overlooked details can come at a steep price, not just a single escaped boar, but the proliferation of a population causing significant damage to agriculture and the environment. Once the trap gate slams shut, the wild boar's true journey begins, from the wild fields of Texas to the production line of a modern meat processing plant. The path to the dinner table is by no means simple, because after a successful capture, the next steps demand both speed and professionalism. Wild boars are inherently fierce and unyielding. If left too long, panic quickly escalates into extreme aggression. Within minutes, they can use their strength to overturn, charge, or even bend and break steel frames in a desperate attempt to escape. That's why trappers have a maximum of 1 to 2 hours to act. This is crucial not only for controlling the situation and ensuring safety, but also for keeping the animals calm and ready for the next stage of their journey: transportation and processing into meat. Immediately after being quickly processed on site, wild boars are transported directly to modern slaughterhouses certified by the USDA, U.S. Department of Agriculture. This is the gold standard for food safety and humane practices in the United States, ensuring every step takes place under strict supervision. The first step is humane stunning, aimed at ensuring the animals do not experience any pain or fear. After stunning, trained personnel must immediately verify whether the animal is completely unconscious and no longer feels pain. They check for signs such as blinking, vocalizations, or regular breathing before proceeding to the slaughter phase. Following this is the critically important stage: rigorous disease inspection, carried out by qualified experts. Under regulations from the U.S. Department of Agriculture, USDA, and the Food and Drug Administration, FDA, each wild boar must undergo individual health inspections. This aims to detect dangerous diseases such as brucellosis and pseudorabies before any cuts are made, ensuring food safety throughout the entire supply chain. Only after passing all these stringent inspections do they move on to slaughter, a process entirely different from commercial pig processing. Wild boars cannot be processed using mass production methods due to significant differences in weight, ranging from 100 to 400 pounds, dense muscle structure, and inconsistent health conditions among individuals. After passing rigorous inspections, precise cutting and trimming techniques are applied to preserve the meat quality at its optimal level. Immediately, the meat is rapidly chilled to below 40 degrees F, approximately 4 degrees C. This process plays a crucial role in maintaining freshness and inhibiting bacterial growth. Experts emphasize that wild game meat requires specialized processing techniques to preserve its rich flavor and lean, firm texture. These are the qualities that make it highly sought after in the market. When you see the level of skill and craftsmanship that goes into preparing each cut, it's clear why this type of meat is so highly valued. The real reason consumers are increasingly drawn to wild boar meat lies in the core values it offers. Wild boar meat is not merely considered a delicacy. It also stands out for its exceptional nutritional value, providing a distinct difference compared to conventionally farmed pork. What makes it superior? Many farm owners appreciate its firm muscle structure, leanness, and low-fat content, averaging about 3% fat compared to up to 14% in standard pork. Furthermore, Wild boar meat stands out with its high protein content, making it an optimal choice for health-conscious consumers. Nutrition experts point out that, because wild boars live in natural conditions, are free-ranging, and consume a diverse organic diet, their meat is particularly rich in omega-3 fatty acids, iron, and essential vitamins. The flavor is often described as rich, earthy, and distinctly characteristic. This helps explain why wild boar meat often sells for 30% to 50% more than farm-raised pork. In addition to fresh cuts like ground meat, steaks, tenderloins, ribs, and loins, wild boar is also processed into a range of specialty products. These include sausages, bacon, and even canned goods. Among the most highly prized products is wild boar salami, a Russian-style dry sausage. It is slow-smoked and fermented, enhancing the meat's natural sweetness while developing a rich, smoky aroma. Smoked cuts and canned wild boar are also popular, providing long-lasting ways to enjoy this unique protein. The story of the wild boar is a powerful example of the ingenuity and resilience of American farmers. Once considered an ecological disaster, these animals have been transformed into a clean, sustainable, and economically valuable source of meat. From wild forests to traps, from processing plants to dinner plates. This is clear evidence of the journey of millions of wild boars each year. From an ecological nightmare, they have been transformed into a clean, sustainable protein source. It is a story of how industrial agriculture not only controls a booming population, but also turns destruction into economic opportunity. So, what about you? Would you choose wild boar meat over conventional pork? Has this journey opened up a new perspective for you on the food supply chain and the role of technology in modern agriculture? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more fascinating stories about the flow of agriculture. But here's the bigger question. Should wild boars be protected as undomesticated wildlife or continue their path into industrial agriculture? In this struggle for survival, will humans ultimately prevail, or will wild boars continue to fight back? The answer could shape the future of both our food systems and the wild world itself. Globally, farmers are finding solutions every day,